sort of would have liked, I think, to have had a discussion about his survival chances, but they were giving me very specific information about what had happened to him. So they told me how long it took to resuscitate him. They spent a long time explaining that bit, and how they tried and it didn't work, so they tried again, and they took me through the techniques that they used and which personnel were involved. So my question at the end was, are you telling me he's been oxygen deprived? Yes. Will that affect him in the long term? Will that have damaged his brain? Possibly. We hope not. That was all they could really tell me at the time. But when I asked the question, will this have damaged, will this cause him problems in the long term? They didn't say no or yes or we don't know. They said, actually, you've got a lot more stuff to worry about now. He could run into all kinds of trouble over the next few weeks. What they seemed to be saying was, you're worrying about the long-term picture, but he may not make it. I think it was a week or two before I understood quite how critically ill he was compared to the other babies in the intensive care unit. Some of them came in for 2 or 3 days. Some of them came in and they were born a little bit early or they had an infection. He was the earliest, the smallest, the illest for a very long time. And I didn't realise at the time, I thought this was fairly normal for Prem babies, but the staff were very concerned about him. It was a long time before we could see him. 1 or 2 of them gave away that they'd been very worried about him. They gave this away later, but they talked about the early days and when he was brought in, what a struggle it was for them to regulate his heartbeat and to keep him breathing. And I think they almost lost him in those first couple of hours.